All right, welcome back, guys. Here we are going to finish up Coffee Cafe week 2. So last thing that we did was we finished up week 2. So all we have to actually do is just the trial balance, right? So we finished the journal. Okay, so now we're going to go ahead and test to see if we did our accounting accurately. So in order for to do the trial balance, I would just need you guys to have your general ledger in your financial forms. So here's my general ledger, and here is my financial forms. All right, just like we mentioned before, you're gonna do what you're gonna do is you're gonna go through every single account that exists on your books. Okay, once we go through every single account, that is where we're going to test to see if our debits match our credits. So right here, we're going to start with the very first one, right? We are not going to include any accounts that have no zero, that do not have any balances, okay? So for this example, right, the very first account that we see is our bank account, okay? Now here, what I'm going to do here is I'm going to actually let you guys know this ahead of time. When we reach our very end of the month and we have to do our unadjusted trial balance, what I want you guys to do is you guys will need to be able to tell, okay, when I ask you to just do a trial balance based on the main accounts, you're going to have to do that instead of having all the accounts there, just because as we do our financial statements, you're going to find it's going to be a lot more easier and less clutter if you start doing everything as main accounts, okay? But for today, I still want, today, week 3 and week 4, I want you to still continue just trying to understand how to just create the trial balance itself. Right? So first thing that we have here is a bank account, which we don't have anything there. Okay. So then the next thing that we have is going to be my checking account. Right? So my checking account, let's see, what's my account balance in my checking account?
$4,000, 189.92.
Okay. 41,8992. Okay. All right, so here we are, checking, very first account, 41,8992. Okay. So then let's go ahead and go see what's the next account here. We haven't opened our petty cash drawer yet or a cash in the register yet. We have the cash register, but we haven't put money in it yet. All right, next we have accounts receivable. We haven't opened up business yet, so we haven't sold to any of our customers. We have business supplies. Yes, we do. Right? We bought some coffee cups. So first account that I have here is my medium coffee cups. Right? How much is the account balance here? 5412 on the debit side. Okay. Oops. That's right. Okay, 54.12, right? Not only did we buy medium cups, we also bought large cups. In which in this case is how much? $81.19. Right. We haven't bought any sugar yet or any creamer. Okay. We haven't bought office supplies yet. Let's see. Inventory. Yes, we did make purchases of inventory, right? We have regular coffee. And we have Supreme coffee. All right, so right now, what's my account balance for my regular coffee? Okay, 200. Okay. And then my Supreme coffee. 225. We don't have any ceramic coffee mugs yet. Or in this case, remember, we don't transfer into inventory until the end of the period. Okay. Next is furniture, right? The furniture account is empty, but we bought some bistro tables and chairs. All right, for how much?
$6,605.08.
66,508. Okay. Let's see. No accumulated depreciation yet. And we have a counter. For a total of $1193.22. We also bought a desk set. For $658.37. See? Then here we have display shelves. Which in this case, display shelves was a total of
$577.08.
57708. Then we have office equipment, which we do, right? We have a computer, printer, and the cash register. Start off with a computer. How much is the computer? it's right here.
Okay. 1834.
1830. Yeah, sorry guys. It's the best I could do to make sure that everyone could see everything. I know it could be very small for some of you guys. Right, 1834, 84. And then our printer was 378, 87. And last but not least, our cash register is 64949. Oop, typo right there. 49. Right? We have equipment. Right? So which in this case, our first equipment is the coffee brewers. So right now, we have 2 coffee brewers.
You're gonna list those separate?
Nope, you're gonna list them together. So in this case, with my 2 coffee brewers combined, what is the total balance in my coffee brewer account?
4527.95.
4527.95. Okay. We don't have my coffee brewer yet because it's right now it's under miscellaneous expense. But we still have to do a few more fixtures to the coffee brewer. I'm sorry, coffee grinder. In order for us to finally put it in there, we still have to do some electrical work. Okay. So let's see what else we have here. Vehicles. Yes, we bought a truck. How much is the truck worth?
Gonna put the down payment, right?
Well, in this case, no. Like, what was the total amount that the truck was worth? Because the down payment only goes against the amount that I owe. In this case, what's the total value of my truck?
Okay. 72,000.
208, and I think it's 90 cents. Okay, 32, 208.90. We have prepaid accounts, right? We use this a lot. So let's see, what is our account balance in the prepaid accounts?
6,654.
And 17 cents. 6654.17. Okay. See what else is here. We got some deposits. How much are the deposits worth right now?
1,700.
1,700. Okay. Let's see. Goodwill. For a total of
2,100.
2,100. Okay. Let's see what else is next. No amortization yet. And last account we have is miscellaneous expense, which this time we do actually have an account balance for it. Okay, miscellaneous expense. Is right now how much?
$3,088.07.
Yep. 308807. So that is it for all of our assets. Okay. So then we're going to go ahead and move down the line to accounts, to our liabilities. Right, first account that we have here under liabilities is going to be accounts payable. Okay, so remember, accounts payable has a credit balance. So instead of being on the debit, you need to be on the credit side. All right, what is my current credit balance in my accounts payable account?
15,633.
Yep, that's a lot of money that we owe. Right? Let's see what account is next. We have a Visa payable, so we just started using our credit card. So let's see what the amount here is for Visa payable. On the credit side, so how much have we used so far on our credit card?
320.
320.31. Okay. Well, let's go ahead and see what's next. We have a notes payable. For a total of $649.49. Okay. Let's see. We haven't done payroll yet because we have employees or employee, but we haven't run their payroll process yet because they just missed the payroll period and they're not to be paid until the 28th of June. So this will not be calculated or touched with until June 28th. So we could skip all of these payables and liabilities. We have utilities payable, nothing there. Okay. Let's see, unearned revenue, not yet. We haven't opened our business yet. Sales tax payable, we haven't opened our business yet. Interest payable, not yet. And the last thing that we have here is our truckload. Okay. Okay. And how much is my truckload?
$29,221.90.
Okay. So Nathan, this is where the down payment for the truck took away from the truckload. So in this case, I only owe $29,000 versus $32,000 because I made a down payment. Remember, of like I think it's like almost $2,000.
Yes, I can see the difference now.
Yeah, because the truck is actually worth $32,000, but we made a down payment, so we own at least $3,000 worth of the truck. And then now we owe the bank $29,000 because we borrowed a loan to buy the truck. Okay, so there we go. Now we finished our liabilities. So the next step we have to do here is dive right into our equity. Okay, so equity, right? We still have our equity balance here, right? Exactly what we started with. Right? We started with $30,000, right? On the credit side. No capital contributions, but we did have an owner's draw. And let's look at it. So owner's draw, this time we debited the account because we're taking away from equity. So in this case, owner's draw is going to be 1,500 on the left side, right? On the debit side. We don't have any income summary yet because we're not closing up our books yet. Okay. So now that means we are done with our equity. Okay. So let's see. Next one's revenues. We haven't even opened our store yet, so we don't have any revenues. Cost of goods sold. Well, we haven't sold anything yet, so no cost of goods sold. So we can go now to our operating expenses. Okay. Here, for our operating expenses, right? Our very first one we have here is advertising expense. Okay. Yeah, in this case, what's my total debit balance in my advertising expense?
$185.
185. Okay. We haven't encountered any bank fees yet because we haven't done our bank reconciliation.
Can you go back up a little bit more, please? I didn't get to get that in.
Which
The
one?
top one, okay, I got it. The advertising expense, I got it. Thank you.
Okay. We haven't encountered any bank fees yet because we haven't done our bank reconciliation. But we do still have a business expense. For the consultation from Miss Kim Robinson, which was a total of $1,000. Okay. Let's see what else is there. Insurance expense. I'm sorry, freight expense. Freight expense. Yes, we encountered our first freight expense. It was for $100. Okay. Now next is insurance expense. How much is my insurance expense?
195.83.
19583. Labor expense, we don't have any in the main account, but we do have it in the sub account. So in this case, we do have our first labor expense, which is going to be the subcontract labor or subcontractor expense. All right, which was a total of $1,890. No temporary labor just yet, right? We're going to pay the temporary work agency on the 21st. So in this case, we will be incurring temporary labor expense, just not right now. Okay. Let's see what's next. All right, license and permit expense. Yes, we did have license and permit expense. For a total $375. Okay. See what's after license and permit expense. We have loss on disposal of asset. Which we know to be a total of $2,000. Because we sold the furniture and we lost $2,000 out of it. see what else is next. We haven't bought office supplies, so there is no office supplies expense yet. We haven't dealt with payroll yet, so we could skip salaries, payroll, taxes, commissions. Okay. Purchase expense. Yes, we finally bought our first purchase expense for the coffee mugs. So purchase expense, which was a total of $196. Okay. Let's see what's next after that. No returns or discounts yet. Okay. We have rent expense. For $1,500. And let's see what else happened here. No travel expense, no utilities expense, no bad debt expense, depreciation or amortization expense. So let's go ahead and sum up our totals here. So, right, you could we're going to go ahead and I'm going to put my formula here so I can automatically find if I made a mistake or any discrepancies here. So my amount should always equal 0. Okay, right? My debit subtract my credit should equal 0. So in this case, I'm going to put in my formula equal sum. Oops. Equal sum. Okay. So I have a total of 75,868.10. And let's see what my credit side is. 75,868.10. So in this case, I have no discrepancy and my debits match my credits. I'm going to run that formula one more time. My debits and my credits match 100%. All right. So therefore, I did my accounting correctly. All right. Did everybody else match too?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Perfect. Right? 7, 5, 8, 6, 8, 10. Right? If you are very picky, you guys can reformat this however you'd like. You can add the $sign. If not, format it in the way that you want. I like comma style. Okay. So I don't mistake that $sign as 5. Okay. There you go. All right. And that is it. If we finish our our trial balance and we match on both sides, the debits and credits match, that means we are done. We are successful. So that means no discrepancy between our transactions from the 8th all the way to the 14th. So that means we can go ahead and proceed to the next week, right? Where we start on the 15th and all the way to the 21st, right? Excuse me. But with that being said, right, that means everything from the 1st all the way to the 14th, they're all good transactions, right? So that means if we do our next trial balance and we find a discrepancy or one of our pennies are off or we're off by like a couple dollars, then we know that our transactions is at least within the 15th all the way to the 21st, okay? So because the first 14 days are all good. All right. All right. I'm going to go ahead and stop this recording and save this worksheet.